Hello, my loves. Welcome. We are going to be doing a summer solstice reading. The summer solstice starts on the 21st of June. So I thought it would be kind of fun to pull cards to get a collective message for everyone. So if you are interested in checking out the energies for this upcoming summer season, please keep watching. Be cool to do a little reading for everyone, just to kind of have an idea of what the summer season is going to be bringing for us collectively. I want to show you guys the decks that I'm going to be using for today's video. I'm going to be working with my golden Rider-Waite. I don't have a box for this, but that is the tarot deck that I will be using. The Messages from the Spirits of Nature Oracle, the Native Spirit Oracle cards, the Crystal Skulls, Oracle of the Crystal Skulls, which is a new deck, so we'll see how this one reads, and the Isis Oracle. Okay, my loves, so a little bit about the summer solstice. That is just so hard to say. It's like a tongue twister. I think of it as a time for being seen. I feel like the summer season is this energetic desire to be seen, to be heard, to put your best foot forward, to have everybody's eyes on you. I think this is a really good time for a lot of us to kind of come out of our shells, to come out of hiding. I feel like the summer season brings a lot of kind of just energetic joy and this desire to have fun, this desire to kind of tap into our child self, to tap into the essence of relaxation, but in a fun way, kind of like a desire for vacationing or spending time with family or friends, or, doing things in nature, or making plans to go away to escape for a couple of days, or I just kind of see this as like this exciting, charged activity of like outdoor activity, but also a lot of the exterior work in ourselves. Summer season is a breath of fresh air. I feel like it is an energetic boost. It's almost like a recharge. It's kind of like that essence to me of our batteries have been charging all, the whole year, and we get to this like mid-year point where we just feel like we're operating on 100% and we just want to put everything that we have been working on out into the open. So I don't know if you guys will be able to resonate, but for me personally, the summer season is usually the time of year where you will see me launching classes, workshops, or in this case for this year, I had launched my Bloom mentorships. It's a really vibrant time to put stuff out there that you've been working on. This is a time to kind of test the waters. The summer season is a good launch time for all of those beautiful new projects and ideas, putting them into physical action. I also feel like summer season is a time for literal action for a lot of people. So you see a lot of people moving, or you see a lot of people taking the leap and going on a vacation, or, doing things physical wise that's moving their bodies. There's I just feel a lot of energetic movement, a lot of physical movement and change. There's just a lot of like spreading our wings and allowing ourselves to be seen, allowing ourselves to feel radiant. And I kind of just like to think of it as we are mimicking what the sun is doing, and the sun shines its light on all of us, and it just gives us this energetic recharge. I don't know if you've ever stood outside and allowed yourself to be bathed by the sunlight, but it is a physical recharge for our bodies. It kind of has the same feel this time of year. So I encourage you guys, if you are content creators, or if you are readers or healers, or you have your own business of some sort, or if you're just looking to put action into a hobby of some sort, this is a really, really good time to do it. So that said, when I pull cards for the summer solstice, I want to just kind of give an idea of what are we going to expect? What energies are coming up? What should we keep in mind as we move into the middle of June through all the way through the mid September is the summer solstice. So mid June through mid September. So this is the time to shine, you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get down to the table and we will do our reading. Okay, my loves. So let's go ahead and spray the cards. Setting that beautiful intention to clear the energy and just get us ready for a reading. So I went ahead and shuffled all of the oracle cards, and we're gonna have the oracle cards to kind of look at, but I also want to pull the tarot, but I'm gonna do that after. So we're starting off with the message, Chariot of Ascension, spiritual work of the higher initiate. So this is really a powerful message, especially for those of us who are already working in the spirit realm. We're connecting, you're on that spiritual journey, this awakening journey. A chariot of ascension to me is leveling up. I'm taking this to look at as a leveling up of either the third eye or even also the crown. We have, to me, the purple is just really screaming at me for that. This is actually a specific shape. Let me look at the guidebook for this. Merkaba. And let's see, it says this oracle brings you guidance that a special spiritual practice has come or is soon coming to your attention that will help your soul reach you more fully. It will be an advanced practice and it will serve you well at this time in your journey to reach the higher levels of capacity and spiritual responsibility that are available to you as a high initiate. Oh, I love it. So it's definitely a leveling up. I feel like this is kind of seeing your spiritual practice expanding. Maybe some of you guys will actually have profound connections with your spirit team. Some of you guys might find your abilities developing. Maybe if you've been putting in a lot of the practice work, you're going to start to see a new kind of shift in the way that you do a lot of your healing work or your readings. I feel like some of you guys are going to see in the summer, and we're talking about the summer season. Some of you may see an advancement in your clientele. There could be some new bookings. There could be some new people coming to you, new attention or new offerings. So I love this energy. It's to really focus on that third eye, that crown chakra focal points, and to work on advancement, to work on putting yourself out there. So when we're already looking at that message of the summer season, where we're standing in our truth, we are allowing ourselves to be seen, I feel like this is really going to show a lot of this ascension process happening. A lot of you guys are going to see a lot of this work that you've been doing towards a certain goal. It's going to come to fruition. Now you can look at this. It doesn't just have to be for healers and readers. This could also be the energy for people who are working towards a goal with their careers or with your financial stuff or with your relationships. Something that you've been putting work towards, you're going to start to see that advancement happen. Sacred Mountain. I love it. So I always use the guidebook for this particular deck because it's so good. So let me grab that. So it says to be still and take time to move in the silent place within yourself. Locate your internal source of power. Meditate and wait. Do not move forward until it feels right. Surrender to stillness. I feel like because we're looking at the message of a mountain, this is a message of an upcoming goal or hurdle that you are going to be wanting to move into or wanting to achieve, or something that you will be faced with. Okay. Mountains to me are usually struggles, challenges, blocks. But to me, because it is a sacred mountain and we're being asked to be still before we take initial action, to me, it's kind of guiding you. It's almost like it's saying this summer season, before you take like the next few steps forward into a goal, or into maybe if you're faced with a challenge or you're faced with something difficult, rather than like charging ahead and going full force, which may be what you initially want to do, this card is asking you to take time out to focus, take time out to tune into your heart and ask yourself, what is really needed out of this situation? What can I do to be empowered through it? So really interesting. It's a very different message from the Chariot of Ascension, because this one is such a movement based energy. It's like like I said, it's an ascension, it's a lift, it's a going a next level. But then there's also this energy here of pause. So even if you see yourself or you feel yourself leveling up this summer in whatever way that comes to you in your own personal life, also know it is also important that you do the check-in, where you do check in with yourself, you check in with your heart, and you do practice stillness. You do practice this through meditation. For some of you, this could be through yoga, going on a walk, exercise, whatever form of meditation comes to you naturally, reading, art and crafts. Some people, it's just getting in the car and going for a drive just to kind of think, right? However this registers to you, it's going to be very, very important, and it will help you solve the more challenging points that may possibly come up this season. Okay. Okay. So next we have British Museum Skull. So keep in mind, I have never used this deck before, so this is going to be interesting. So British Museum Skull. Let's see what that is about. British Museum Skull, discovered in 1897. Interesting. So what is the message? Let us honor the wisdom of the ancestors. It guides our steps toward a new world. Those who have walked the earth before us know the way to go. Let us invoke them without delay. So contacting or connection with the ancestors. The universal healing stone for receiving, emitting, and amplifying. This unblocks blocked energy, transmits energy to the body, realigns subtle bodies. It allows the awakening of consciousness. Ooh, beautiful, powerful stone it looks like. So, and it works with all 4 chakras. Okay. So what I'm kind of gathering from this message is it's an awakening stone. It's an amplifier, right? Just like when you think about clear quartz, which, let me grab one. Clear quartz crystals. So clear quartz crystals are known to amplify the energy that it is working with, or the energy that it is surrounded. So if you're looking to kind of do crystal energy this summer solstice, or setting an intention, perhaps a clear quartz crystal, or even if you have a clear quartz crystal skull, that would be kind of cool to use that in your ritual. But I also kind of feel like this is talking about facing blocks, facing challenges, and we have the Sacred Mountain card coming up. So I do believe that although there's going to be this process of the ascension, or this process of kind of leveling up in a way, there are some blocks, or maybe not even blocks, but maybe an obstacle, a challenge that is going to, come up for us, and we're going to be asked to face it. And I kind of find this to be interesting too, because with the astrology, if you guys are familiar with the planetary transits that are happening at the moment with some of the retrogrades, we're seeing a lot of stuff from the past coming back up with a retrograde. So maybe this summer solstice could also bring up things from the past. And we already have the tools to deal with it. You've already gone through it. You know what to expect. You know how to handle an otherwise, touchy situation. So perhaps these cards are guiding you to use what is already within you, the tools that you already have within you, and be empowered through that. You are be empowered through your lessons that you've already learned, right? and face those mountains. The last oracle card is the honeybee community. I love that. So when you think of community, it's your friends, your circle, your social circle. So what is your community? Who are your people? You know, who are the people that are rooting for you? Who are the people that are cheering you on, that are pushing you forward to do better and do good things? That's your community. For some of you, it could be a really tight friendship circle. For others, it could be a community of online people. Maybe it's like your spiritual community or your healer community or your tarot community, whatever whatever community you may associate with online. It could be your followers. It could be the people who interact with you on a day-to-day basis. It could be your own private community if you host a private membership. It could also be your family. We all have something. We all have those people, those connections somehow. And I think when we surround ourselves, maybe this card is asking you, surround yourself with community or surround yourself with people, or even if it's just one person or a couple people that really get you, they understand you. And maybe some of you guys will be seeing themes of community coming up this summer solstice. Maybe you guys will be seeing the need to surround yourself with people who just get it, people who understand you, people who are supporters, maybe that's going to be an important theme here, especially as you see yourself kind of going through some of these more difficult situations or these little challenges that could be coming up. So it'll be really interesting to kind of see how that plays out for each of us. Each of us individually, it's going to be something different, but I think it will be kind of cool to, kind of see how that works out. So let's go ahead and look at the tarot card message for the summer solstice. Oh, beautiful. So we have the Six of Wands, Six of Cups, Temperance, the Seven of Wands, the Moon, Six of Pentacles. I feel like this card too. The High Priestess. And then our shadow card is the Knight of Wands. So really interesting. Okay. We have quite a few sixes coming up in the reading. We have the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Six of Wands. So what I want to say too with the sixes, right? The number 6 is in numerology. It is about change. It is just after a difficult situation, or the 5. 5 is usually the troublesome, the midpoint in numerology. Fives are usually a more challenging number. But once you've surpassed the 5s, you move into the number 6. And 6 is the process of change. It's a transformation point. So there's going to be a lot of shifting or changing happening in the summer season. I do believe that a lot of you have either faced your mountain or you're about to face your mountain. Okay. So if you've already gone through a hardship and you just kind of like feel like you're coming out of it, then this mountain card may represent the next step. It's just kind of showing, okay, here's your mountain. Here is what you've had to learn. Here's some lessons you had to deal with. Now you're going to start to see the change point happen. You're going to start to see the shift. Let me move this down. This way you guys could see the table a little bit better. Perfect. There you go. Let's see. The Six of Cups is usually, to me, okay, well, let me just show you guys the sixes first. So you have the Six of Wands, which is a success card. It's a movement forward, okay? So this kind of shows the blocks or the challenges, the mountain that you're going to be facing. There's going to be a positive movement forward. There's going to be advancement happening in a good way. The Six of Cups is an apology. It is making amends with someone that maybe you were not in good standing with. This could be an I'm sorry in the process, whether you are the one saying it or someone is saying it to you. This could be the process of forgiveness. It may be the conclusion to a friendship or a relationship, but maybe there is a mutual respect. To me, the Six of Cups is usually that energy of peace. So whether you are forgiving somebody or you are having a mutual agreement on something, it's a peace treat. Like, to me, it's kind of like you're not giving in to the person, but you're saying, I forgive you, but I, forgive and forget, or forgive and move on. Sometimes it will allow the person from the past stepping in, but not all the time. So some of you guys may have someone from the past coming in this summer with an apology, or maybe you guys will be making amends of some sort, a connection, but it doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes the Six of Cups can show the energy of forgiveness, but it doesn't necessarily mean that person will be in your life. Okay. So we see that. I love that because right after that Six of Cups, the Temperance and the Seven of Wands comes up. So that's the Temperance to me it's kind of like this patient weighing out your options. What do I do with this, with this situation? And the Seven of Wands comes up, which is being able to fight for what you want. So I feel like the battle of dealing with the energy of things coming up, facing battles, facing blocks, facing potential, things that could come up, people, triggering moments, whatever the case may be, but you're handling it. You are staying firm in your beliefs. You're staying firm in yourself. You are sticking up for yourself. You're doing what needs to be done to handle the situation. So it's not a weak point. It's a big strength. This Temperance card could also show the summer season. There could be a decision being made. Okay. There could be you finally finding the power or the courage or the strength, I should say, to finally make a choice. Because sometimes the Temperance card to me represents a choice or a decision to be made, and you're just kind of like delaying the final outcome because you don't know what to do. So if you find yourself kind of going back and forth on something, I feel like this summer season, you will finally find the courage to just make a decision and to move forward. Now, the bottom cards kind of show, to me, it kind of feels like what to watch out for. Okay. So the Six of Pentacles, watch out for kind of how much energy you're putting into a project or a person. How much of yourself are you giving away, and what are you receiving in return? Unbalanced connections can be very draining. Okay. So just pay attention to kind of how you are with another person, or you in another situation or a project that you're doing this summer season. Is the energetic exchange worth it? Is it, even? Are you guys equal? Are you putting in equal amounts of effort, and from what you were putting in, and what are you taking out of it? The Moon card will bring up certain shadows or certain aspects of fear with this. Okay. So if you find yourself in a financial bind or you find yourself in an uncomfortable, uneven energy exchange with someone else, it could bring up a little bit of a trigger for people, because that Moon card really reflects the trigger to me. And it might bring up some shadow moments. It might bring up some resentments. It might just kind of not feel good, But the High Priestess is also creeping in here, and she's kind of asking you to remember to trust those gut instincts, to lead by example, to be, in your power when it comes to your ability to decide whether something is worth it or not. So if you find yourself in these situations where you're kind of like, I don't know if I'm feeling it anymore, or I don't know if this relationship is right for me anymore, or I don't know if this job is feeling good to me. You know what I mean? Like when you're in a situation where the energy exchange is not feeling very balanced and it's starting to trigger you, High Priestess is the reminder to listen to your intuition, to listen to your heart, your inner compass. What are you feeling? What are you feeling inside, and how is it fueling you? Where is it guiding you to make the necessary changes? Let's see. What else do I feel from this? Especially based off of the ascension, like the chariot of ascension, like moving up, leveling up. I kind of feel like this is being able to level up and face something that maybe it's been creeping up on you for a while, and you're finally going to come to head with it. To me, this feels like a lot of being able to face fears, or a lot of overcoming those mountains in your life. This feels very promising for a lot of people. They're going to find the willpower and the courage to fight back. So I do see a lot of you guys this summer season putting in that effort, and you see the value of your worth, and you see your worth. You demand that mutual respect. And maybe that's why the community card is coming up, because it's asking you, how are your energetic exchanges with some of these people that you are giving your time and energy to? Is it worth it? Is it valuable enough to keep moving on or moving forward with this person or persons? Or are you feeling drained and, pretty much taken advantage of? So there's a lot of stuff to kind of, we could go deep with this. We could go deeper with this if we wanted to, But I see kind of like collectively, there's just this appreciation that is starting to build up within you guys. You finally see your worth. You see how valuable your time is, and you're no longer going to give it away for free. You're no longer going to just entertain people and not have something in return, especially for those of you guys who are challenged with friendships that feel like you're always initiating and it's never reciprocated to you. So if you find yourself in a friendship or a romantic connection like that, this could be a theme coming up this summer season where you're going to be faced to see, do I really want this still? Or what kind of a challenge is it coming, what kind of challenge is coming up with that? How do I want to face it? So thinking about the chariot of ascension, you are taking action. You are physically ascending, or you're physically moving up. You are leveling up. You are moving forward to face the mountain, whatever that is for you. And there will be the success with those sixes that are coming up. There will be success with this. So don't get yourself, don't be afraid or don't get worked up if you notice that the mountain is starting to reveal itself to you this summer. And you're like, oh gosh, I just wanted, a stress-free summer. I wanted to really enjoy myself. And then you're starting to see kind of like these little 7 of Wands moments happen. It's happening for a reason. And it's really because the thing that is causing it, or the thing that it is asking you to deal with it. So make sure this summer season you deal with the thing, you face the mountain, okay? You surpass it, because you have this beautiful energy to be able to do that. And from the looks of the cards, especially with that High Priestess, you already know how to handle it. This is nothing new. It's something you've done before. You just have to face it. Your shadow card for the summer solstice is the Knight of Wands. So when we have a Knight of Wands energy, this is the energy of being impulsive. This is the energy of acting without thinking, which is why the Sacred Mountain message was literally to meditate. And especially too with the skull, I believe the skull message was also to meditate or to consider or to, take your time before you go in full force. So use the Knight of Wands as a gentle warning. Do not act impulsively. Don't be in the heat of the moment. Like, really be calculated, but make your decisions based off of what is best for you, and not just going based off of how you feel in that moment. Because usually when we act impulsively, we will often regret what is said or what we do. And you don't want to create another mountain for the future to deal with, you know? So, especially if you have somebody or someone or a situation from the past coming back up for you this summer, try your best not to act impulsively. You do want to take action, but you don't want to go based off of your angry emotions, you know? Give yourself a day to cool down, think about it. If you get a text message or an email at random, don't just like answer it right off the bat. Really focus on what it is you're saying, what is the other person saying, and then come to your conclusion, okay? You really want to be calculated with how you handle those energy exchanges, because you don't want to have to create something new that you're going to have to deal with later. So make your peace, but make sure you are handling it in a rational way. So my loves, that is pretty much what I'm seeing for the summer solstice. I feel like it's going to be, I mean, obviously aside from summer season being a lot of fun and just going out and doing, you know, the things that you have planned to do, I do feel there's a lot of successes happening. A lot of people will finally reach the peak of their mountain. So whatever you've been just dealing with, battling with, you're going to be coming out on top. Like, you're going to see yourself achieve the goal. You're going to get through it this season. It's a really exciting energy to see. But hopefully, you know, hopefully it will have a positive result for each of you. Everyone's situation is going to be different. But just know, keep in mind that community card. Surround yourself with the people who truly, truly give you that feeling of they care, they understand, they're on your team, they're rooting for you, they're supporting you. Because as you go through a mountain, you never know, you may need that extra support. So try not to go through it alone. You know, we all have someone we can reach out to. And yeah, I think there's going to be some beautiful energies coming forward, especially with the crystal skull, the clear quartz. So if you do have a clear quartz skull, put that out on your altar or, you know, your bedside table. Use it in your summer solstice. Maybe if you do intention work or whatnot, or even if you don't have a skull, some kind of clear quartz would be a really cool crystal to work with for this season. Okay, my loves, that pretty much concludes the reading. I wish you guys a beautiful summer solstice, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, my loves.